and welcome to the Bon Jovi 1995 concert series. Oh, I see that I'm very kind of up close and personal with you, but it seems to work. I have a better view of, a better frame. Not just the frame, but also the lighting. So to remember, how I have the lights right now, and yeah, so that could work out. Maybe we can have this kind of quality every night that I'm filming. So my name is Suzanne Beenakers, and I'm very, very, very late tonight. It's a Saturday. It's the 16th of May, and so I have this kind of like commitment where I review Bon Jovi concerts from 25 years ago. So the starting point was, pretty random, and the end in 2021, which will be 1996, is also pretty random. But between that random starting date and the random end date, I'm going to review the concerts that Bon Jovi had. So, as you may hear from my voice, I haven't spoken all day. It's almost midnight now. It's like past 11 p.m. And the reason is because I got like really worked up about stuff that I really didn't intend to get worked up about. And then I was kind of like done with one thing, and then another thing came, and then before I knew it, it was 10 p.m. and I still had to dive into the material for tonight's video, which was of course way too late because it was a lot of material. And so that was pretty disastrous. So I'm like giving you a very short version of what happened today, because I created a blog post and maybe you will have fun reading the blog post. So this morning, the thing that triggered me getting worked up was because the Dutch policies around singles and sex for singles had changed, and we, the singles, were given a sex buddy, and it was like this really big thing. Like, we gotten a sex buddy, like, all single people can have a sex. I think I and like everybody else were like, are you sure? This is really for us, we could keep this. Well, turns out we couldn't keep it, because on Saturday morning all the policies had been changed because they had a lot of responses with regard to the sex buddy. So anyway, so that was like the first thing that got me all worked up, and it eventually turned into, like, my rage turned into something really, really beautiful. And it was an English blog post, and it was like beyond what I thought I was going to do today. So I thought I was going to make something, create something out of anger and out of spite and frustration. And then it ended up being this really beautiful piece about 5 erotic or sexy Bon Jovi songs. So that was really, really good. I'm going to put the link in below. And so I did that, and then it was 7 p.m. and then I got a text message from a fellow yoga teacher, and that resulted in like 3 hours of processing, realizing, communicating that I will not be teaching yoga classes at the park, no yoga classes at my studio, that I will really just shut down all real life classes because of the legislation that we have here in the Netherlands. And I'm like, it's something I do for friends. I no longer consider myself a full-time yoga teacher or anything like that. And so I just basically realized that after 17 years, I'm going to stop teaching real life yoga classes for years probably. And so yeah, that was pretty intense to, you know, really break off your career, or, you know, like the really the part of your career that you really like, where you see people, and, you know, and you have been doing this for 17 years, and now I can still continue teaching online classes. But it was, you know, so that happened today as well. So that was like a pretty messy, from 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. where I had blown up my career and created beautiful blog posts. So the blog post is in the links below. So then it was 10 p.m. and I was like, oh, we have Osaka, Japan. So first of all, Osaka, Japan. If you go to YouTube and you look for Osaka, Japan 1995 Bon Jovi live, you will find many bootleg albums, CDs, that are approximately 10 minutes shorter. I think so, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Shorter than the video that was shot. So there's a video that is the full concert, but it was shot outside of the stadium. So it's very poor imagery. But you have that one, and you have the bootleg, which is really good audio. So what a couple of people have done is combined the few. And what I've done for you is, if you go to the source list for this series, you will find 7 videos from Osaka, Japan. I didn't mention something about the Osaka thing that I was going to, but I will about the name Osaka, the place, the location. I will do so in a minute. But the Osaka, Japan videos that I've included for you in this list are 7 with regard to this show. There's also an 8th one that has Osaka in the title, but it's from a different year, and it was actually referring to the show I covered 2 days ago. But so if you go top to bottom, the first 8 that you will find about Osaka are Wild in the Streets, which is a really, really great song at the beginning of the set. The second one is Tokyo Road. Was a new song added to the list, and it was because they were in Japan, and because in 2 days they're going to be in Tokyo. I'm pretty sure they will play it there as well. Then the third song is I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, which is really great because they intertwine it with Jumping Jack Flash, Glory Days, as they have done so in the past, and also the Hippie Shake. So now we have I'll Sleep When I'm Dead with 3 other songs, really great. The 4th one is Always, excellent performance, and the 5th one is a really good version of Never Say Goodbye, which is all the way at the end of the set. So these 5 videos are the audio from the bootleg combined with the video footage that was shot from outside of the premises. So that's a really nice combination where you have this really good audio quality with at least, you know, some imagery. You can see something of what's going on. So that's really great. So this show was very well documented. I don't know exactly which 10 or 20 minutes from the show that was cut. I know that in between songs, when John Bon Jovi is talking, you can sometimes hear, oh, they have, you know, cut here to the next song. So that's one of them. But I have listened to the bootleg the first hour, so not the rest, unfortunately. I forgot to note down the times when I heard in the bootleg that within a song it was cut. So like, you were missing a verse or something. So unfortunately I was a little bit sloppy because when I listened to it, it was like 2 days ago, so I assumed that I would have time to listen to it again, and that never happened. So there's this really great bootleg from this night in Japan. Super good quality. There are 5 really good videos. Well, not good videos as in, that the video quality is pleasing, but because they have replaced the audio with this great audio from the bootleg, the videos are very pleasant to watch. So that was with the material that you can find in this source list. So in this source list, you will see 8 videos that have the name Osaka in it, and the bottom one, which I added a couple of days ago, was actually referring to the previous shows. Then you have the bootleg, over 2 hours. You have the original video material, way over 2 hours. And then you have the 5 kind of like edited videos, remastered audio from the 5 songs that I just said. So Wild in the Streets, Tokyo Road, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, with the 3 other songs combined, Always, and a really good version of Never Say Goodbye. Those 7 videos are, what we could call our source material for tonight. And well, because I was so late and because I couldn't give it the attention that it deserved and the analysis that it deserved, I did consider postponing filming this video. But for the next show, there's also over a 2-hour montage or video from the show in Tokyo, so I need to be studying that as of tomorrow, so I didn't have time to postpone. So I have 2 more things that I can share, as ill-prepared as I was tonight. One is that if you listen to the bootleg, and also the rougher video material, the raw video material, and you listen to Bon Jovi's voice, you can really hear that his talking voice, and I never really heard it this clearly, that his talking voice is, at least in this particular show in Japan, I would have to re-listen to the previous shows, or maybe pay more attention with the next shows. But this was the first time I really heard it, and it may be something that is always different than currently. But his talking voice is different, very different from his talking voice right now in 220. And I knew it from his singing, you're like, his voice has been noticeably different now, singing voice, but I didn't know it from his talking voice. But if you listen to his talking voice, it's so different. It's, wow, it's like, it's like he wouldn't even have to sing. It's his talking voice is just so beautiful to listen to. And right now, because I haven't talked all day, and because my jaws feel all like cracked up, like it's not working, and my my throat feels rough. I feel almost like, unworthy to speak about how beautiful his voice is, but it really is. Like if I could give you one from all 5 shows, like if I could give you one recommendation, like this is something that you should really listen to, it's listen to the Osaka bootleg. That will be kind of like listen to the Osaka 1995 bootleg, and to his singing voice, to his speaking voice, and I just enjoyed it. Right, it's really, really good. So that was the first thing that ill-prepared me could share, or one of the last 2 things that I could share. That was the first. And the second is I had a kind of like a run through the set list, and I could compare it to the premiered set list we had last Wednesday, I think it was, from Fukuoka, Japan. So that was a set list that was actually premiered here on this video, because it had not been released. It will be released soon, but it had not been released. So we had a beautiful, beautiful set list of 25 songs. It was really amazing. I mean, set lists of 25 songs is, even for a Bon Jovi concert, is extremely extensive. And so what I did is compare that set list to what they did on the 16th of May. So what happened was, it's the same set. Oh, the set list is in the description box, by the way. It's the same set list, but it's 3 songs shorter. So the 3 songs that were not played in Osaka are I'll Be There For You, I Believe, and Traveling Band. Those songs were not played in Osaka. And then they had one switch. In Fukuoka they played Dry County, and here they added Tokyo Road. So that's the comparison. So you can really see that Fukuoka was kind of like a like 95% of the set list was the same as what they would be doing in Osaka. It was almost like they were rehearsing. There was an extremely big overlap in the sequence of the songs and the content of the set list. It was really unbelievable to have 2 shows, at least on paper, looking so similar, and also really seeing how Fukuoka would be like, not a rehearsal, but it took more risks in Fukuoka. They played more songs, and for Osaka I could see that they would be kind of like, the only new song they added in Osaka was Tokyo Road. So they took less risks, and they had a kind of like a stronger, shorter, maybe more powerful set list. So it was a kind of like, Fukuoka got all the fun and all the excitement, and Osaka got really the real deal, like the when they really wanted to give their best, when they didn't want to take any risks or really limit the risks, and give a super powerful show, but that they knew they could deliver it. And Fukuoka got more of a creative, artistic risk, which no doubt turned out really, really good. Like, it's on paper, it's a brilliant show. So Fukuoka was really great, and but undocumented, so we only have the set list. And Osaka was also really great. And we have a lot of bootleg material and 5 clips that came from it. So you can find everything in the description box below. The set list, the list of source material, my blog post, my really beautiful blog post, which you might enjoy. Yeah, I'm not going to bed immediately, but yeah, I'm going to upload this, and hope I'm earlier online next Monday. And yeah, I don't know. Don't get worked up about things. Don't get worked up about things. Don't be like me. Don't kind of like, you know, have your whole Saturday. Yeah, it was a powerful Saturday for me. You know, I worked through stuff that obviously I needed to process, but oh God, it's probably 11:30 now, and yeah, I'm really tired. Okay, so I'll see you Monday, the 18th of May, and we'll be doing Tokyo, Japan. And if you're like really curious about it, then you can just go to YouTube and look for Tokyo 1995 Bon Jovi live, and you will find the same recording over 2 hours that I'm going to use. So yeah, you can watch that kind of like with me, and you know, see if you agree with whatever it is I will come up with on Monday. Okay, see you then. Bye.